Hey guys, it's Brian here again with another ceiling fan video, and today I present to you a 52-inch Moss Heirloom ceiling fan from the early 1980s. It's antique brass, it has 4 stencil blades, and I believe this to be the original light kit that this fan was installed with. It's made by CEC, has a very heavy cast iron spinner motor in it, 3-speed reversible fan. Got this gorgeous light kit on it. It's the first time I've ever owned a light kit with these particular globes before, and I've always wanted to find one. And now I have one. It's pretty sweet. I love it. I will say this though, getting this fan back home, those globes are extremely fragile. They're very thin glass. And the whole ride home, I was paranoid about one of them cracking. I mean, they're very easily broken. So, that being said, it's a very, very powerful fan. I'd say even in the K55 range of power. Unfortunately, the fan itself is not in the greatest shape. It does have some pitting on it. The blades are a little dirty. I've tried to clean them up as best I could. They could use a little more work. But, that being said, still runs like a top. And I believe this to be an early Moss Heirloom because it has the bell canopy instead of the standard Moss canopy that these fans usually come with. So, it's the first time I've ever owned a standard Moss Heirloom ceiling fan. I have a Moss Olympus, but unfortunately that one seems to be missing a blade and a blade arm. But the nice thing about it is that these blades will fit on that fan if I ever wanted to complete it. I just need to find another arm, which is going to be pretty dang hard. But that's a topic for another time. We're here to enjoy this fan. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the light kit. These pull chains did come with the fan. I just put the 160 watt LED in it. But it works pretty good. Gives off a nice amount of light, even just with the one bulb. We'll go ahead and demonstrate the fan. We're going to start with low. It's got a nice low speed to it. Functional, definitely moves air. But aesthetic too. Real nice gentle breeze coming off of this fan. Go to medium. Does have a bit of a hum to it. Definitely putting out a good amount of air on medium. Actually quite powerful. I think the hum is somewhat amplified by the light kit. Very comfortable medium speed. We'll go to high. Very large amount of air coming out of this fan. Like I said, these are extremely powerful fans. I can see why Moss was one of the top fan companies of the 1980s. I mean, these things are very, very well built. I picked this fan up off of a Let Go listing in Mansfield And when I went to go get it, the seller had told me that he had pulled it out of a house that he had purchased and was refabbing. Or rehab, sorry, rehab. Refab's not a real word. I'm not entirely sure what kind of a setting this fan would have been in, but if I had to guess, I'd say some kind of a great room with tall ceilings or possibly even a large dining room. This is definitely something that I would put in my dining room over my table if the finish was in better shape. I do intend to keep this fan. Not entirely sure if I'll ever install it anywhere because it's not in the greatest shape, but it is a really cool fan. So go ahead and turn it off. Do spin down. And just FYI, for those of you who don't know anything about these fans, these hang on a double claw mount, very similar to the St. Louis fan company that I have, which I will show you, is right here. This is what the top of the down rod looks like, and basically the mounting bracket is two claws that hook in under these rubber pieces and hold the fan like this. That's how this one's mounted. Actually a pretty easy and user-friendly hanging system. Very easy to install. Unfortunately, the rubber grommets on the top of the down rod tend to dry rot after so many years and deteriorate, which is the case with this one in the St. Louis. But the nice thing about that is that they're very easy to replace. You can get them at Ace Hardware, True Value, pretty much any local hardware store will have them. I usually just go to Ace Hardware to get my replacement parts. This actually has a pretty long spin down time, and I think that part of the reason for that is because it has a very heavy motor with a lot of inertia. It'd be kind of cool if I could get the low speed to go this slow. Kind of like a Casablanca with the slumber quiet or the cardboard box control. As you can tell, the bearings are absolutely perfect in this fan. Surprisingly enough, for how beat up it is. These fans seem to last a pretty long time. So yeah, that's my 52-inch Moss Heirloom ceiling fan, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Keep watching, more videos to come.